Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here's Marvel United Tales of Asgard. You can see Thor, Loki, Valkyrie, and Korg on the front. So once again, they get into a habit of having 5 characters on a box and leaving 1 off. When you open up, you're going to get a 1-sheet rule book here. So the front's just going to be a little bit of an introduction and a picture of the front of the box. On the back, you get a table, the picture of all the components here, which is great. I like that quite a bit. And it goes over the 2 new things, the Alone and the Trader challenge you're going to have in here. I'll go ahead and explain Alone now. It's just a new keyword that says when you're alone, you're a hero that has no other heroes in the same location. So if the villain is there, that doesn't count. It's only you're alone if heroes are not there. I'll get into the Trader challenge in a few minutes. Open it up. Kind of what you're used to with the box is very good. See how easy it is to pick up? They put these little rivets in here. It says Marvel United right there. Then you're going to have Loki, which you can see here is going to be the villain in here. 3/5/7, so not very strong. But when a hero's KO'd, Loki doesn't activate his BAM. That's just normally what would happen. Instead, you can draw another Master Plan card and add it to the storyline. So you're going to have more and more things that are going to happen. If his BAM does go, deal damage to each hero in his location. And the overflow, if 1 or more tokens can't be added, Loki gains additional. So he's going to heal. That's kind of unique there. So it's kind of cool how he's going to be healing up. You're going to have some new location, Heimdall's Observatory. Move any number of heroes from any location to this location. I think that's very cool. Odin's Vault. If you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw a card, so it allows you to heal. Bifrost Bridge. You may move all heroes from this location to another location. So the other one, Heimdall's Observatory, brought you there. This will send you other places. Asgardian Palace. You may add 2 to any location. You may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. And Valhalla. You may discard any number of cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck. Draw back that many. Discarding all does not KO. So it's kind of cool that you can just kind of get a fresh hand if you don't like what you have. Then we'll take a look at the miniatures that you're going to have here. We're going to start out with Loki himself. It's a very, very cool. So once again, not a lot of detail on the back. Most of the detail is going to be on the front. And they don't go cheap on the base. You're going to have some detail there. And then you're going to have Thor, which is very well known, I suppose, nowadays, right? He's going to have these little horns coming up, which look really good. These are not cheap at all. They will not break off. And you get a lot of detail here with Thor. Then we're going to move right into Valkyrie, one of the most fierce fighting people in the universe here, right? And she is strong. Once again, you're going to have that cape and the hair coming down. You can see a little bit right here of that. A braid coming through, and then her sword kind of pointed out. So that's Valkyrie. Very nice. And then Korg, I think he looks really cool. Reminds me a lot of the Thing, I guess. But you can see here, he's kind of coming out. And then he has a lot of detail on the backside here. And you can see that kind of continues from the front there. And on the top of his head, etc. And some more detail here in the base, as you can see, which Simon did a really good job of in this series. This is called Valkyrie. I don't really know much about this character. You can see there's a hammer back here that he's bringing in, and a big action pose, and a really cool like mask or face here that he has on, and then the flowing cape here at the back that you can see. So it's a very cool effect. This is probably one of the more enticing looking character models here that you'll see in this one. And then we'll take a look at what we're going to have here are the cards for, let's set these Allegiance cards aside. We'll take a look at this. So you're going to get the special Trader challenge in this one. And the way this is going to work is that everyone's going to get one of these cards and somebody will be a trader at the table. Now you're going to have these little tokens here that will be out. Everybody will have these mistrust tokens. And during the game, you can play one of your cards face down and not take the icons on it to get rid of your mistrust. Obviously, you can only do that if you're loyal. Now, once 2 missions are done, anybody who still has this mistrust by them and they're loyal, that's going to cause some issues for your team. And you have to take damage until you're KO'd. So you're immediately going to get KO'd for that, which is not going to be a very positive thing. Once the trader is revealed, after 2 missions are done, then what you're going to do is you're going to be able to take 2 of the cards and you can choose which one you want to play versus being a random draw because you'll start playing as the bad guy. So thematically what's happening here is Loki is pretending to be one of these heroes up here, and he will reveal himself at some point in the game. So I think that's pretty cool, and you'll know from the start whether you're the trader or the loyal. So if you like a hidden trader mechanic, that will definitely be in this one. And there's no reason why you can't utilize this with other villains or other heroes and stuff, but just thematically it works so well with Loki. So let's take a look at Loki's cards and see what he does here. Master of Illusion, move clockwise to the next location with an illusion threat card. So you're going to have these threat cards that will have illusion on them, and he will be able to move directly to that. Otherwise, it's kind of the standard, bam, move, put some people out that you're going to see here. He's got Sorcery. Each hero alone in a location takes a damage. If no heroes alone, draw another Master Plan card and add it face down the storyline. So if you're alone, you want to kind of bunch up so you don't take that damage, but if nobody's alone, another card will come out. Each hero alone in this location takes a damage, so same thing as a sorcery. Spread Discord. Each hero not alone in a location takes a damage. If all heroes are alone, draw another Master Plan card. So, spreading Discord, you kind of don't know what to do here. So a threat, you're going to have a Frost Giant, deal 1 damage to each hero in this location. Illusions, when we were talking about before, Loki can't take any damage as long as he's in that location. So the illusion can be very tricky here, and you need heroic actions to get rid of these. If Loki takes any damage while in this location, each hero in the location also takes a damage. So do you want to hit Loki in his location if he's with the Master Trickster? Because you're going to get hit too, so there might be something you need to balance there. Then we'll take a look at the Thor cards you can see here. So he's going to have some movement attack, movement heroic, some attacks, heavy on the attacks there. Some heroic actions that he'll go through. Let's take a look at his Manor. You have 3 attacks against a single enemy in your location, and you can move. And he's going to have 3 of those. So very heavy on the attack here. And then he gets a movement with it. So you can kind of move into a location or strike and move out. So that can be very popular for Thor there. Then you're going to have Valkyrie here. She's going to have some movements and small attacks. This is pretty nice. We have a heroic action and an attack on one. I like that one quite a bit. A lot of heroic actions with. Now you can move to any location, so she can do a war song where she can move anywhere she wants and then attack. And you're going to see she's going to have 3 of those. That can be very nice. So the attack isn't very strong, but you can combat that with something else that somebody previously played. But she can move in anywhere, and that movement is going to be very nice as you can move around the board. Then you're going to have Korg, that you can see here on the back of the cards. He's going to have the normal set of icons that you can see here. Some attacks, not so many heroic actions in here as some of the other characters. But he's also going to have the Cronin Fighter, where you can attack in both adjacent locations or 2 attack in your location. So you can hit everything next to him or 2 where he is at. And that's what he's going to be able to do. That's very nice. If you can't reach something, you don't have any movement to move around the board, he can kind of hit those locations that are adjacent to him and clear out a few things for you. And then last, you're going to have Beta Ray here. Beta Ray Bill. You can see a move and attack, move and a heroic action, and a lot of attacks that he's going to be able to pile up here, and a pretty well-rounded character. Now, what I like about him is Stormbreaker has 2 attacks, and then you draw a card. I always like drawing a card because that's just like healing in this game, but you're also going to have the attack. So lots of attack-heavy fighting in this one. So moving around with Valkyrie, she can get where she kind of wants to be, and you see a lot of that. The star of this show probably is going to be Loki. He's a really fun villain. I think the villains steal the show a lot in this. Now, if you're interested in the trader mechanic and you like that kind of thing from Dead of Winter or Battlestar Galactica or The Resistance or something, Shadows of Camelot, then his trader mechanic will be in this box and allow you to incorporate that. I don't know if the locations necessarily stand out as anything unique or great, but if you're going to be playing something around the Thor, a lot of these will bring in the theme that you're going to have, and then you'll have your little thing here with Loki where he can jump in and fight. So overall, not my favorite of sets, not my favorite one. I don't really like the Trader Challenge all that much. I don't feel like that's something that appeals to me, where I think that it's going to be something that I would want to play with all the time. But it definitely is something that, if you like this sort of thing, this will go up for you. Something you're not going to use anymore, then maybe not. The characters really don't stand out as much for me. A lot of attacks here, but I do like the Loki. I do like that Loki character and how he moves around. And the villains kind of steal the show in this one. So that's what this is going to be. If you have more interest in Thor and the Asgard universe, this will be something you want to pick up. If you're fans of the MCU, all 4 of these characters, the Beta Ray is not, Bill, but these 4 characters are all in the MCU, and that was very striking and popular for us. So that's where I stand on it. Not one of my favorites, probably one of my least favorite ones, but the more you like the Asgard universe, the more you're going to like this.